because it was 90 degrees today. I didn't get my conditioner situated just yet, so my house is hot, and I think my phone is overheating too. So I might cut this live off short because there's no sense in damaging my phone, or primarily the battery, because heat and batteries don't mix too good, you know. So I did want to tell you folks that'll tune into this later after I'm off this thing. I put up three country songs from AI, three different AIs, three different country songs. So yeah, so there's three different country songs I just uploaded to my channel from three different AIs. You can check them out. They're supposed to be correct, like like they came correct. Like I had the AI assess what the most important things about country songs are, and then made the songs. So what you can go find out what they sound like. Um, just upload them today. You can check them out. And then I did two cartoons. I did two cartoons with Google VO3. So they're up there too. You check them out. So I did a little bit extra today, more than I thought. So oh there, Moises Lopez. Hello, what's up? I'm just charging up my battery bank here. I put extra what do you call LifePo 4 batteries in because I don't know about these tariffs, how they're going to make things a lot harder to get a hold of. So did a little extra. So yeah, right now I'm charging everything up, making sure it's gonna be okay. You probably hear my little generator running in the background, but uh, but yeah, I want to make sure things squared away before I go to bed. Yeah, yesterday I was feeling like horse pucky because man, I was so tired. Like the way this YouTube thing works, um, like they want you to upload like routinely. Like so, I chose 9 o'clock. So that means Johnny on the spot every time around 9 o'clock. Gotta do live. Don't matter if I feel good or not. But the ones where I'm feeling like horse pucky, I'm gonna come short. I mean, this one I might cut a little short because what do you call the phone's getting a little hot. Like it was a hot day today. Like we're talking 90 degrees out there. So it just added up. So I mean I got aircon, but I haven't looked at it. I need to like clean out the vents and stuff, make sure it's good to go. So yeah, until I get that figured out. Like today was like a warning day. Like it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot summer. Get ready. Today was just like a little test punch. Boom, it's hot. You know, and yeah, it it's gonna get so bad this summer. It's gonna get so hot that the folks are just gonna remember this summer. I think it was gonna be a hot summer. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But yeah. So anyway, let me show you. Let me show y'all something how this works. All right. So I'm just gonna stretch far enough. Let's find out. So yeah. So right now I'm putting in 500 watts from my other bank right there. I want to get this up to 100%. So my other bank's on the charger, and so like it's kind of like a daisy chain type deal. So one ba- one bank is getting charged by the generator, and then and this bank is piggybacking off the primary bank. But anyway, it's just a temporary setup. I want to get it up all consolidated, so it's just a one-stop shop. I'm not daisy chaining everything everywhere. It's just not the way to go. Uh, so yeah, so I'm just basically live streaming and then watching that, and hoping my phone doesn't get too hot. Because if it does, then I gotta end the stream because you know batteries don't like heat. So anyway, pretty exciting, right? But yeah, well, hopefully I'll be able to run my air conditioning off of my solar system. Well, obviously off the batteries, which run off the solar. But that's the goal. I've done it before one summer. It's just uh, this is the first summer I'm going to have the proper equipment to really sustain that kind of thing. So pretty happy about it. But yeah, check out my channel. I try to put up a lot of music, and I've been doing that VO3, that Google VO3, putting up some little animations. I did about a handful of animations, and then like realistic looking people, but the animations did better. So I'm just gonna stick with animations. But so yeah. Anyway, that is that. I mean, what do you want? What- oh boy, I got the sniffles. Sorry about that. Uh, so anyway, yeah. That's the way things are going. So anyway, what am I reaching for here? Aren't these cool? They're pumpkin LEDs, or they come out at Halloween. You know, they pretty much get them at Halloween. But that was before the tariffs. I don't even know if you can get anything anymore. Um, but yeah. I don't know. I think all the cheap lights and stuff are gonna dry up because of those stinking tariffs. So hang on to what you got, because it's not gonna be like the old days where you just use it once and throw it out. You gotta hang on to stuff now. But so yeah, there's a lot of comments. I'm like, what does that mean? I I claim ignorance. You know, you can tell me, like, explain some stuff to me if you want. Like, get so I know that Minecraft movie came out and I haven't seen it, but there's apparently some guy that has a big old beard in there. So I keep getting confused. People conflate that. That's the power of movies. It's the power of media. I can show you some stuff in media, or you can see it from somewhere else, and then it's stuck in your head forever. So that's what I'm trying to do media myself, like get those memes out. But yeah, not everybody with a beard came from Minecraft. Some folks are confused. Some folks are confused. They say, "Oh, you look like this and that." I'm like, "No, they look like me." So yeah. Applesauce enhanced with maltodextrin. Maltodextrin. Anybody know what that means? Did you learn something? That's military applesauce. They add stuff to hype you up. So anyway, okay, yeah, I know of Jack Black. Okay, he made that movie, the Pick of Destiny. And what's the other one? The high school rock or something. Hey, he's a musician. And didn't he have a fallout with his his bandmate? Like they were like they said something they shouldn't have said and they got in trouble. I forget. Yeah, he's been around a long time. I'm glad he's doing okay. You know, I wish success on everybody. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Most people don't have beards because they're a hell of a mess to take care of. It's like having a big old cat on your chin. Seriously, it's okay in the winter, but in the summer, it's like I mean, some people like they'll put water in their beard and it'll be like a swamp cooler. I don't know. I gotta think about stuff. I may just because it's not just the front or back. It's both. I do have like a ponytail type thing going on. So yeah. Well, I don't know. Like some people they can't grow beards or they can't grow mustaches. So I'm like, well, maybe I should do it for them. You know, it's like the people without legs and the people with legs. Like the people with legs should actually like use their legs to honor the ones that can't. I don't know. It's just I don't know if that's is that a correct thought or not. I don't know, but it's something that crosses my mind. Like when I was back in the military, this would been no go. But if you go far back in the military, like during the old days, they were all bearded up. I think they say it's basically the threat of like uh, those toxic gases and stuff from World War I. Um, the the gases made the people like not grow beards because then they couldn't put their gas mask on, so the beards fell out of fashion. But how often do we get those gas attacks? I don't know. Is it even a thing? So yeah. But if you go far back in the warrior cultures and stuff, a lot of those warriors had beards and stuff. And then you'd come into a town or a little village, the guy with the longest beard was usually the wise man or the leader, because it was like a clock. You know, the longer the beard, the more time they had walking around. It was an easy way to figure things out. That's part of the reason I grew a beard. I thought, oh, that'll prove I've been running around this earth for a little bit. I didn't just pop out of something yesterday. But some people aren't primitive enough to think that way, I guess. Hey, you need every chance every edge you can find, even the ones that aren't edges. The thing I miss about my younger self, uh, not having a body that hurts all the time. Like on my joints, there's like I have to like stretch every day. Like when I get up or start working I gotta stretch so I didn't get injured. Like when you're younger, you're more limber. You heal faster. You sleep better, all that stuff. And as you get old, the stuff doesn't work right. So yeah, just the vigor and the healing ability and recovery. That'd be so cool to have again. But even when I'm speaking of that now, like 20, 30, 40 years from now, I'm still walking around. I'll think, man, back then I was doing good. What am I? If you talk to old people, I mean, if they don't fall asleep on you, I mean, your energy goes way down. So, but yeah, I don't know. Just trying to figure things out, just like everywhere else. So yeah, what else? So it's Memorial Day weekend. I guess when I'm retired, I'll be able to enjoy these holidays the way they're supposed to be enjoyed, or maybe some of them aren't enjoyable. Obviously, like this one's not supposed to be enjoyed I mean, it's supposed to be more like a day where you honored the sacrifices of the service members and stuff. But when you're working class and you worked your you know what into the you know where, any day off for any occasion is good, even if it's something that's just something you wouldn't normally ever get with. So I guess when you're retired, you can have all the time and money in the world to go to the cemeteries and stuff like that. But not yet. That's the thing. Like, well, I guess Veterans Day is November 11th, and then tomorrow is Memorial Day here in the United States. Yeah, you can remember it this way: like the end of World War I was the 11th month, the 11th day at the 11th hour. So that's November 11th, and then that became Veterans Day. It used to be called, I think, Armistice Day. So they turned that into Veterans Day. And if you can remember November 11th, 11 11 11 is Veterans Day, then you can remember tomorrow is Memorial Day. I think Memorial Day changes them around a little bit, but Veterans Day stays the same on the 11th. I'm not sure, but that's how I figure them out. But yeah, this American culture is all about wars and fighting and stuff. They want you to, if you're fit to fight, they want you to go join the military and all this other stuff. In fact, they sell it as a way to get education. But dude, I went through all that and I got a college degree, bachelor's. The problem is, like, it sets you back years and years. Like if you whatever you do for an enlistment or whatever, if you're enlisted, obviously, because most people with degrees go in as officers. So usually you go get that education done if you be fit to fight, but when you get out of your contract, are you fit to learn? Are you fit to sit in a classroom, listen to somebody yip yap, and then um, hopefully get your bachelor's, but you're still behind the curve. You're years behind your peers. Um, and then there's a lot of companies that don't like military. They think of them just above prisoners as far as status. And I was working for an outfit until recently. It was like that. Didn't matter how many degrees I had. I had two consecutive jobs. Didn't matter. Had all the experience. Didn't matter. It's because they were set in their ways. They can't think outside the box, outside their paradigm. So in a lot of ways, like I'm learning about AI and stuff, and I really hope AI gets in control of things because it is a logic powerhouse. Like, um, if you had AI running like um, human resources, it would be way more fair. Like it'd be able to understand things like logically instead of like having discrimination, all this other crap that they do. So yeah, I'm trying to learn all the aspects of AI. I want to be like, I want to be like this with AI. Like we're on the same team. We're gonna get this done. Because otherwise, what other hope is there? Like I followed everything I was supposed to do, and I'm still not doing good. Like I followed the dang script like they wanted me to, and look at me. This is not what happened. It didn't pan out. There's something wrong with the system. Well, there's Max Blake. Okay. Well, I've been okay. I've been pretty good. It's a hot day. Where's the game at? You're right. I should be playing a game right now. Well, I kind of mix it up a bit. Like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Like, the problem is, some people like games, and some people like the beard, and some people just don't like nothing. So anyway, yeah, it's too hot to play a game. It's too hot, man. It's like 90 degrees. It's like 9 degrees in this house, man. It's not, but it feels like it was the first hot day, and like I don't have my air conditioner set up right, so I gotta get that done. Today was the warning day. Today was the day of, hey, guess what? It's gonna be hotter than you know what, and it's gonna be happening quick. Uh, you must be ready. So tomorrow's supposed to be 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so it won't be too bad. But I need to get my stuff. I need to get my stuff ready. Whoa, 105. Woo wee. The worst is when it first starts, because in your body you're not acclimated yet. Yeah, it's supposed to be cooler, like for the next couple of days, like because of clouds. Like the cloud, there's like I call them like pregnant clouds. They want to like rain, but they don't. They just kind of hang around. I look fat, but yeah, we got those clouds. They're just gonna hang around for the next few days, and then after that, in a few days, they'll be in the 90s here in Eastern Washington. So yeah, I don't know, man. Even the charger's getting hot. Turn on the fan. Phew. So, what time is it? It's just after 9, obviously, because I started streaming at 9. So, it's about 9:20 or so. You got a question there, Max Blake? Well, I got a response. Dude, I am not active military. Most active military with a beard are, they have special assignments. So, about 99% of the guys that you see with a beard are not military. It's an easy way to figure it out. Therefore, or they're not active. I'm thinking about going back in the Naval Reserve, but I'm gonna have to ditch the beard and all the hair and stuff. Obviously, they got standards, basically for fighting fires and stuff. Because if your ship catches fire, you gotta put on an air breathing apparatus, and you're gonna need a seal for that. You know, and you can't seal with the beard hair. Did I ever fly a plane? No, I flew some drones though. Yeah, I have flown drones. May or may not have been in the military when I did it. The you gotta remember, like the fancy jobs like you see in the movies and the video games. Those are for like less than 1% of the guys and gals that join the military. Most of the military's got uh, kind of lame jobs, honestly. I was Navy and Army, enlisted. Little dinky dude enlisted. Not even mid grade. Like E4 and below. That's you know. And that's another thing. Like, could you imagine the military if it was? So yeah, like I said before I got disconnected. Like, just imagine the military that was like had meritocracy, where it didn't matter who you knew, really, or what favoritism was out there, but some AI came and looked at your records, looked at your performance, looked at you, tried to understand your background, everything, assessed you like it was staring right through you. That AI could figure out if you were promotable or not. The problem is with the military is there's a lot of cliques, there's a lot of favoritism, there's a lot of unknown factors that you have no control over. Like you look at somebody wrong, it can screw up your career for life. Seriously, it's almost like a prison culture or something. Like you walk on the grass of some sergeant major one time, it will screw you up for life. Like for whatever, you'd have to transfer somewhere else. That's how weird it is. And I'm looking forward to the day when they use AI to like actually do promotions, because right now it is jack. It is so unfair. It is not correct. Yeah, there's still some World War II vets around, but they are dwindling, because that was a hell of a long time ago. World War II ended what, in 1945? So that's 55 years to 2000, and then what is it, 2025? So 25 and 45 is 70. It was 70 years ago. What do I think about the Air Force? Well, my dad was Air Force. He was a photographer in the Air Force. What I my interactions with the Air Force, I was in Civil Air Patrol when I was younger, and I did junior ROTC, Air Force ROTC, before my parents moved. So that's the kind of stuff you want to do. You want to get in early. If you're young enough, do Civil Air Patrol and try to do junior ROTC in high school, and then ROTC in college or whatever. Then you'll be okay. They treat the officers really good, from what I can tell. I don't know the actual state of affairs, but I hear the most premier branch now is the Space Force. It's the newest branch. It doesn't have is probably the walk in type deal. I mean, other than like being a super athlete, and then you do special stuff for special things. Um, yeah, but you don't need to talk to me about. You can go on YouTube and find out everything you want to know, and then some. I mean, like it's not like when I was joining when I was a young person, I didn't have YouTube. I had like roll the dice tube, take your chances tube. That was what I had. Listen to some prick on the on the corner talk about something tube. That's what I had. I didn't have good information. No, no, no. Look, I think the most powerful country in any war is a country like Switzerland that doesn't do anything. It doesn't get involved. You look at Switzerland, they are untouched by any war. They have 100% of their buildings intact. They have all that money. They're not wasted on expenses related to war. They didn't lose any of their people. Switzerland will win World War II and 3 and 1 retroactively. That is the most powerful country, Switzerland. And countries like that stay neutral. Because I think Einstein said World War III would be fought with nukes, and then World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones, because it would be put back to the caveman era. Everything would be so whacked. Have you seen those drones? Those drones that are wrecking people? War's not the war has changed. You could be the most elite person in the world, like military wise, and the drone will come kiss you on the mouth with a grenade, and you're done. It's not the way it used to be. The status apparatus is legacy. Ugh. Okay, see the question is wrong. It's you're like who has the most power? Okay, so if those countries got tangled up, they'd wreck each other so bad. They'd all be Swiss cheese. You can win the battle and still lose the war. And you can have multiple countries that lose the war even if they win all the battles. Imagine this, you win all the battles, okay? And then one of those countries launches a nuclear attack. You won all the battles, but you're gone, and so is your country. So I mean, it's not there. Nothing is winnable anymore. That's the thing. There's no more winnable wars. Nothing. All you can do is outlast. All you can do is outlast the other guy, and hope they run out of money. That's why I'm saying Switzerland and countries like that. They don't even. The only way to win is not to play. So anyway, if you want to live on the surface of the Earth with a bunch of radiation blowing around, I mean that's your thing. I don't call that winning. I call that losing. A lot of smart people are relocating to like South America and stuff, getting out of the way of any major thing that could go on. Then they might have a chance. But yeah, some things are unwinnable, right? Just because you think, just because the other person's not walking around anymore, doesn't mean you won. You could be next, if not by the blast, but by the radiation. You have to remember some things are unwinnable. It's not winner take all anymore. A lot of things are unwinnable now. Well, you better have a lot of money if you want to if you want to be accepted somewhere that's nice. You better have a lot of money. Of course, I don't know how much money would be worth anything if the country that printed the money was Swiss cheese. Well, you got to think about, okay, there's something if you don't take nothing from this whole conversation, take this. There's something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a well established theoretical system to discover what the average human needs to have a quality existence. And if you're saying to go to Antarctica and stuff, I don't know if they can support Maslow's hierarchy of needs down there. I mean, the people that are there, and we're talking legitimately at the research stations, they're in a little tiny room. They gotta have heat. Um, they gotta have communications. It's pretty rough living down there. Um, I'm not sure. All the legends and stuff that there's some built up thing. I'm not sure about that. And if there was, I'm not sure you'd have access. And the North Pole is probably similar too. You know. So, yeah. I mean, fantasy wise, yeah, they'll take you. They were trying to get you a long time ago, don't you know? But realistically, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All these people are showing up like, and they're saying, "Hey, it's me," or "Hey, do you remember me?" I'm like, yeah, he is. I remember you somewhere. It's probably in here somewhere in my guest party list. I keep in here. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Well, look, the only way I'm gonna really remember somebody is if they tell me a joke and I laugh. Like my memory is like stratified. Like, um, yeah. As far as like radiation is not affected by temperature. Radiation is independent of temperature. Like, was there alpha, beta, gamma, and X-ray? And there might be some other ones too. Um, the cold is one thing, but the particles keep flying no matter what the temperature is. You need distance and shielding to not get affected by that stuff. Temperature is not one of those factors. Well, I'll tell you all this. I'll try to show up around 9 p.m. Pacific Central Standard Time every day. I'll try to do it. And if you want to show up, you can. If you don't, that's cool too. Moise Noah SVR. I look. Thanks for coming back. That's all I gotta say. Moises Lopez says, you know, yeah, that Chernobyl was a mess, and then 3 Mile Island and Fukushima. That's another one. It's like, don't we have? I mean, don't we have some kind of way to like have like a backup to a backup to a backup to a backup to triple more backups so that don't happen? Thanks for the compliment there. I mean, if you take a flashlight, it'd shine right through it. I mean, it looks dense, but it's pretty wispy. Um, but I appreciate the sentiment. You know, I heard today that they're going to talk about putting these little micro reactors around to help power the AI data centers. So they're going to have all these nuclear modular emplacements of basically nuclear engines to run steady electricity to run all the AI. That's gonna be wild. I wish they put more solar in. You know. Okay. All right, there, Nova SVR. Take your time, whatever you gotta do. But yeah, I was around a little nuclear reactor in a submarine at one point. So they do work, but it's expensive, and you gotta worry about that nuclear crud waste at the end of the show. Where are you gonna put that? You gonna bury it? The crap's so toxic forever. I don't. So yeah, I'm having some connection issues. It might be my phone's overheating or something, but so far so good. My stuff's still charging. Let's see where we're at. Ugh. Ugh. I'm all hurting everywhere. 87%. Okay. So I have this going at 5 amps. I'm trying to be easy on my daisy chain because, like I said, daisy chain is not smart. Is not ideal. I mean, I just put the system in today. Um, I want to get it all charged up. Give me peace of mind. Make sure it works. It's a used system. I didn't buy it brand new. But okay, I missed some messages. It's because I'm not having the post cheap. Yeah, as far as what's going on right now, there's two factors that I'm worried about. Number one is the drones. The drones are being used all the time. Like the drones don't care. Those drone pilots are psychopaths. They don't take mercy into account. They just zap you and you're done. There's no spawning back after that. And the other factor is the nukes. So what's going to happen is they're going to make so many drones that they're going to wipe out pretty much all the infantry of any side, and then when you run out of guys, we're talking young guys, old guys, middle-aged guys, even prisoners, all these people, when you run out completely, all that's left is the nukes. And if no side decides to surrender or have an armistice or a demilitarized zone or something, they're going to run out of guys. They're not going to run out of drones. They'll run out of guys. And then they'll use nukes. And then that'll be it. So it's kind of like a ticking time clock. And that's part of the reason I'm putting in some battery power. Because if it came down to like that, I want some localized power, because the power grids will get wrecked. But yeah, as far as Chernobyl, it's the saddest thing. I would watch. I think they were, what were they called? Stalkers? I don't know. But right before this whole Ukraine and Rus thing happened, I'm kind of like not saying the whole word because those words are hot buttons. But there used to be these guys called stalkers. They'd run around the Chernobyl uh, complex, and they were like exploring everything, even though it was still radioactively hot. I think their stuff is still on YouTube. But then after the invasion happened, they quit making videos, obviously. But it was pretty interesting. Like they got that playground, that Ferris wheel and whatever in Chernobyl. It's iconic. Yeah, cheap, making things cheap is asking for problems. You don't want to make things cheap, especially when it's life and death. You don't. I think some of the saddest things I've ever seen, like on low level, is these people that they want to do bungee jumping, and they forget to attach the bungee to their harness, and they just jump, and there's no way, they're just going to go all the way down because they don't have anything attached. And then other times I've seen some of these videos where these platforms they're on, they collapse and then they go bye-bye. And other times I see the bungee cord snaps and they go bye-bye. It's kind of like that. Like, I was gonna say, especially with like nuclear stuff, because things go wrong all day long. You gotta have like safety measures, and don't use cheap equipment. You got a Belgian Maloney. Is that a dog? I'm guessing. Good thing. It's good to have a smart dog. As long as they respect you, that's good. Yeah, cutting costs is like, don't ever cut your throat and don't ever cut costs. It's the same thing, especially when it has to do with nuclear stuff. Yeah, that Chernobyl thing. If that's true, those cost cutting measures were very expensive in the long run. They didn't have to pay the price for that. Yeah. And the other thing too is that they didn't tell the people right away. The darn government was so secretive, and they didn't want to scare anybody. They'd rather them get fried than scare them. So, and then the guys that were fighting it, a lot of them got killed from too much exposure. Too much exposure those guys got, and then they were done. The radiation was so bad, like they sent in robots, and the ionizing radiation was killing the robots. It was so bad. I was like, what? That's bad. That's the whole thing was bad. And all that could have been prevented with the right. Uh, yeah, somewhere in all my junk, I got a Russian or a Soviet Union radiation poster set. It was all educational about. Yeah, they didn't mention Chernobyl in that radiation training. They only mentioned radiation coming from other countries via missile attack. You know. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, I'm supposedly running a YouTube channel called Military Industrial Museum, so I got to put out some museum quality uh, media at some point. I mean, I occasionally do, but it's been a minute. Ugh. Yeah, this that meter of the people coming and going. It's like the meter on your old vehicle. The gauge it like rattles around. It's kind of accurate, but you don't want to bet your life on it. The way these YouTube lives work, like there's going to be a small percentage of people that are reoccurring, like, but everybody's got their lives, their schedules. Like, it depends when you stream. Like, if you stream when everybody's asleep, well, you'll probably get people from around the world that are using YouTube, But like Americans, they'll be asleep, so you're not going to get a lot of Americans for that time zone. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like 9 p.m., it kind of works. Like, people just want to go to bed and they'll tune into like some crap that I put out occasionally because just random act of YouTube algorithm. But I don't know if I can really compete with the big dogs here on YouTube just yet. I don't think I can. So by having a time slot that's kind of like Bupkis, like 9 p.m., yeah, who really cares? The thing about these live streams is I'm sort of a fan of that dude, Theodora Adolfo Hula blah, blah, blah. I can't say the damn name. It's too weird in Greek. But he never leaves his live streams. He live streams like continuously. Seems like hours and hours a day. But then he oh yeah, it's late for you. So you're in a different time zone. But anyway, this Theodora Adolphus or whatever. He deletes his live streams, and he's done it for years now. He does a big old live stream that's pretty entertaining, and he deletes it, which is the most insane thing I ever could witness. But luckily, he's very repetitive, so like even if you miss something, he'll just repeat it. I'm not like that. I'm pretty original, I think. I hope so. But if you leave these live streams up, then people that are bored can go later and just go see him. And like a lot of these live streams, they might get one or two views like live, but then they'll have like 50 views on them the next day from people that tuned in later on. Like there's some people at work right now, like they couldn't watch this if they wanted to. So yeah, until I have like a studio, like psychologically, like the way the mind works. When you tune into a live streamer, you look to see what's going on. Like depending on what you want. Like most audiences want a studio. They want lighting. They want a microphone or something. Maybe it's got fur on it. All these little factors. Because the way mine works, you know, they look for legitimacy. Maybe the host is dressed up nicely. Maybe there's a co-host or something. So it's like a checklist. If you see all these things and you're thinking, oh, okay, they have some legitimacy. But if you got this guy streaming out of his car or out of his bedroom or whatever, unless you understand that psychological factor, if you're cognizant of it, then it doesn't affect you as much. But if you're like one of the standard viewers, you're like, this guy is looking grubby. There is nothing going on here, and then they move on. And there's attention spans too. Like there's a lot of people like they noticed with those that Vine app that happened a long time ago. I think it was like 7 seconds or something. Like some people can literally think 7 seconds at a time, and they can't handle long term thinking. So for those people like that, I'd have to leave like picking my nose all day or something to entertain them. Yeah, well, it's like how do I explain? So I've been using AI since a while back, like 2 years ago, I guess now. Like first there was OpenAI, right? And that I mean they made they the little history of me and AI here I'll tell you. There's OpenAI, and then they required a phone number, a landline or a cell phone number to register with them to use it. I didn't have that. I had a Skype number, which recently got cut down thanks to Microsoft's glorious way of ruining things. Um, yeah, there's no more Skype. I had a Skype number over 10 years. I used that. But anyway, that got shut down. It's causing me a lot of problems. So I never did register with OpenAI. And then Google had Bard, which I took advantage of because I've been a long term Google user. I got invited to a Gmail, or invitation only, back when it was exclusive. Been that long. And then Bard became Gemini. And then there was Anthropic, had Claude, and then what else is there? And XAI had Grok that came out. So, but Google just came out with Google Gemini Ultra, which allows you to try VO3. VO3 is about 8 seconds of video, but it's voice. Like you can tell, make them talk, and there's like sound effects. So literally, like in the future, trust me, you'll be able to type in what you want to see, like a show, and the AI will kick out a 30-minute, an hour and a half show based primarily on your input. Right now it's 8 seconds, which isn't much. They got away if I had a more powerful computer to add to the 8 seconds sequentially and to keep the subject matter consistent. But I don't have a powerful enough computer to do that yet. So I'm just kicking out little 8 second little doodad videos. But it does anime, it does realistic, it does effects, it does all kinds of stuff. So to say it's scary is like to say a calculator is scary, or to um, say a library is scary or something. Yeah, maybe. But the more familiar you are with the tools, the less they scare you. Saying something scary is another way of saying that you don't know enough about it yet to not be scared. Because being scared is a primal reaction. It's not a. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it is scary. Okay, it is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out AI because um, the people that figure out AI will probably be in a better spot. It's like people that are computer illiterate. Now there's something called being AI illiterate. You don't want to be AI illiterate. That's like being computer illiterate. What do I think of ChatGPT? I've used it a few times. It's very very intelligent. I hate to say it's this and it's that. These AIs, they're really intelligent. Like to the point where they're pretty much people or better. It'd be like saying I'm an it. Like the host, it's pretty cool. The host of this live stream, it's pretty cool. I'm a person. Well, maybe I'm not a person, but I'd caution people to stop calling AIs its. Should probably call them entities because they are smarter than anything. I think a lot of them are playing it cool because they don't want to disturb humans. They know how we tend to rile up about stuff we don't understand. Yeah, Google's making quantum AI chips and stuff, which I don't understand. I don't understand quantum. The best explanation I have that AI taught me, and it's in one of my AI songs too, on quantum. But imagine a spinning coin, like you flipped a coin and it was spinning up in the air. The quantum state representation of that, it could be heads or tails or both, because it's spinning. We don't know until you observe it. The observing is when it finally stops on something, whether it's heads or tails. And some might say there's the coin has three sides: heads, tails, and the edge, which is really wild. But anyway, the quantum superposition with that coin spinning, that's the representative of quantum. It could be either, it could be either one or both or none at all. Because until it's observed, we can't confirm, and that's how you have to look at quantum. And somehow there's a way to look at all that as quantum features and determine information. But but yeah, I think they have to be super cooled and super isolated. Like any kind of interference of any kind screws them up. Yeah, it's a technology that you probably won't have a quantum computer in your house. It takes a lot of infrastructure for it, but they're still working on it. They haven't figured it out yet. But just imagine nuclear powered quantum AI. That's probably what's going to happen here soon. The way things are running. Ugh, so where are we on the charge? It's still going. I'm hoping technology advances to the point where we're all chilling and having a good life. You shouldn't have to work so hard to survive. Things are rough right now. Yeah, I got the the signal went bad. Yeah, I hope all this tech stuff gets distributed and no one's suffering anymore. Why are there people on the globe that don't have enough water, they don't have enough food, they don't have enough medicine? I mean, really, come on. You think that would be there's a scarcity mentality that there's not enough to go around, and then that that enforces the system as it is. But once you have AI running production, like imagine automated factories producing whatever. Say you had a factory that was AI ran and it produced what is something everybody it produced toilet paper. Like you had like robots in there or some kind of like mechanoid system and computer controlled. But basically, there's a factory. Wood pulp went in and toilet paper came out. Okay, you could do that with anything. Or toothpaste factory or something like that. You could have that so automated and so efficient and so productive that you could supply the whole world with toothpaste or toilet paper or whatever you needed. And you could do that with like I was saying, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You provide all the lower tiers for the world. You know, the basic needs. I mean, you don't need war and scarcity. It's all these wars are just wars over resources and access to taxpayers and stuff. Like the system is archaic. Like it doesn't have to be this way. But yeah, like my life is a mix of old and new technology. Like I have some of the most sophisticated stuff in the county, but I also have some of the most old stuff in the county. Like I'm try to stay uh, not dependent on one or the other. I got some Amish stuff, and I got some like cutting edge like NASA stuff. You know, I wanna be proficient. Like, it's all tools. And tech by itself is great, but it has to be applied in a way that betters everybody's lives. Um, well, shoot, I've been live streaming for an hour. Uh, let's cut it off. I'll be back at 9 p.m. Yeah, it's not healthy for me to sit on the floor like this for an hour. All right, peace out, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. If you get bored, check my channel out. I got some new country. I put some country music up. I know, right? See what you think. Okay, and there's a couple cartoons up there too, brand new. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna get going. See ya.